how do I extract words from the first tweet? Okay. So what were we discussing? We are discussing, yeah. So how do I extract words? Well, what I want to do is figure out the position of the space, okay, and then take out the words within, or sorry, take out the characters within the two spaces. That's what we do, right? Now we'll use find and mid to do that. The find function and the mid function to do that. So let's do it. So let's say the first one, what I do is space position and the word. Okay. Now for the first word, we'll start with 0. We can hard code it. We just type 0. And then we'll say, let's look at the next space position, which is find the space, okay, find space within A2, okay. The start number is the previous space position plus 1. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
So please explain it once again.
Space position is 0, right? Space position, the first space position is 0. Because you see, what happens is that there is no space position before the first word, right? So we say the first space position is 0. There's no space before the first word. Now, how do you find out the second space position? I start from 1, position 1, and look for space, right? Yeah, makes sense? So all that I'm saying is find space within A2, right? And the start position is the previous space position plus 1. Yeah? What does this return? It says 7. Makes sense. Because blog is 4 letters. You have square brackets, so that's 6. So the second space position is 7. Okay? Now, how do I find out the next space position? It is find the space within A2, and this time I say you start from the previous plus 1. So the next space position is 13, correct? Which is after the word using. Is it making sense? Does it make sense? Okay. Now, later on, while we start looking at functions like VLOOKUP and all that, we will be dragging this down. We'll not keep typing this find, right? So you can see what we have written is in a draggable format. So you can just keep dragging this all the way down, and it works. But before you drag it, I'll have to talk about, before you start dragging formulas, I'll have to talk about the $sign, which I don't want to do it right now. So I'm just not talking about it. But those who are aware of what is a $sign will immediately understand that this is in a draggable format. I can simply drag this formula all the way down. Right? But anyway, that we'll do later. But those who have not been exposed to $sign, don't worry, we'll be doing it very soon. But I hope you understand what is this. What is it we're trying to achieve with it? Yeah? Clear?
So one query.
Yes.
So we use trim function to remove unwanted spaces. Is there any function to remove all the spaces?
All the spaces, meaning?
Means suppose the welcome to Accelerate is a single word.
Yeah, then you substitute. Substitute a blank with
Okay.
nothing. On everything,
Okay.
every space goes. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So word. Now we are trying to extract the word. So how do we do that? I say mid. Mid the text A2, right? Excuse me. I start from the corresponding space position +1. Just think about it for a moment. Just think about it for a moment. I start from the corresponding space position +1. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. And I say number of characters. So how many characters do I pick up? Do I extract? How many characters do I extract? Well,
P10 minus 1.
P10, correct? Go ahead. What did you say? B10? Someone said.
P10
Someone
minus
said.
1.
B10 minus 1, yeah. Well, not really B10 minus 1, because this B10 minus 1 will work perfectly for this, but I want it to be in a format which can be replicated for the next cell.
Sir, the
Okay.
difference between the subsequent two space positions.
Correct. Minus 1. Minus 1.
Oh,
Yeah? Right. Okay, great. So this is what you have to do. E10 minus E9 minus 1. Okay? And what do you get? The first word, right? Now I can simply say Control C, Control V, and make this A2, of course, which we could have avoided if we knew how to use dollar signs. But we don't, so don't worry about it. But this is the draggable format that I'm talking about. I can simply copy and paste, and there it is. Use. And now you can keep doing this and extract all the words from this tweet. These are the utilities, very, very useful text functions that we have. Okay.